kids, it's Mr. Mason, and we're back again with another lesson from our Bibles. If you notice, we don't have a board this week, but don't worry, we still have a lesson, but it's going to be short, and then after the lesson, I'm going to show you 3 games that you can do inside your house, either by yourself or with siblings. You can do it any kind of way you want, but it's definitely some things that I hope you get through those bored days where you just have nothing to do. So let's go over our lesson, and then we'll talk about the games that you can play. Our lesson today is one we've gone over recently. It comes from Mark chapter 12, verse 28 through 34. So let's go ahead and read, and it's a little bit long, but I'll try to make it more interesting. And a scribe asked Jesus this, "Which commandment is the most important of all?" And Jesus answered him, "The most important is, 'Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength.'" That's your heart, your soul, your mind, and your strength. Now, I don't have a ton of strength. I have more than a kid, but I'm not the strongest, but I will give all of it to God. And you may not be the smartest person you know, there might be somebody smarter, but he says give all of your mind to God, and your heart, give all of your passion and all of your whatever you put your mind to, give that to God. Do everything you can for God. That is the greatest commandment. And then he says the second is this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Neighbor, like next door neighbor? That's not very many people. No, Jesus means love all people as yourself. If you meet anybody on the street, a stranger, maybe your friend at school, maybe your teacher, maybe your parent, grandparent, anybody, treat them as you want to be treated. Well, I want to be treated nice. Maybe I want to be given free things. Maybe I want to get candy from somebody. That means I also have to give somebody candy, because that's what I would want. So be kind to them because you want them to be kind to you. Now sometimes they don't return the favor. Sometimes they're mean to you when you're kind to them. And that's just the way people are. But God still says, love your neighbor as yourself. However you want to be treated, that's how you should treat other people, with kindness and respect and generosity and love. The most important is love. And Jesus says these are the greatest 2 commandments. Number 1 is love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. And the second is love your neighbor as yourself. And that's our lesson for today. Let's go ahead and pray, and let's ask God to help us to remember to love our neighbors and to love God with everything that we are. God, thank you for this day that you've given us, and thank you for family and friends and all these people to love us and hang out with and spend time with, especially since this past week was Thanksgiving. We got to eat some great food and see family members. And I pray that you will keep us safe, and I pray that you will help us remember that our first and only rule is to love you, God, and then the second is to love other people. Help us to remember how important these are and to practice them in our daily lives, to our friends, to our parents, and to our siblings. In your name I pray. Amen. All right, well, let's go over some games. Now, some of these are kind of simple. The first one is going to be like rock, paper, scissors. Everybody knows rock, paper, scissors. Rock beats paper. Back up. Paper beats rock. Rock beats scissors. Scissors beats paper. Everybody knows rock, paper, scissors. Did you know there is a different version of it? It is called Gorilla Man Gun. Now, what you have is gorilla. And then you have the man. The man is stroking his beard like I have, just like that. And then you have the gun. Everybody knows a finger gun. So you got gorilla and the man and the gun. Now, like rock, paper, scissors, one beats the other. So the gorilla beats the man, because a man can't beat a gorilla. No way, not in that fight. The man beats the gun, because he's smart. And then the gun beats the gorilla, because you shoot a gorilla. So again, the gorilla beats the man beats the gun, the gun beats the gorilla. And there's one more rule. If you tie, that's it. Now, normally in rock, paper, scissors, when you tie, you just do it again. Not in Gorilla Man Gun. It's one and done. You can only do it one time. If you both tie, you just lose. Normally you play this in a big crowd of people, and if you both tie, then you're out, and then the rest of the people move on and do it again. If you want to keep doing it over and over again, of course you can. So let's, one more time. Gorilla beats the man beats the gun beats the gorilla. And if you tie, you die, but you don't have to worry about that part. So that's our first game, and that is a fun thing to do. It's much more fun than rock, paper, scissors, because rock, paper, scissors is old news. It's just super, super old, and Gorilla Man Gun is new and fun, right? All right, so our second thing is gonna be card throwing. Now you can get a regular deck of cards, and have you ever seen people throw cards at balloons or boards or something like that and like stick it in? Well, I'm going to show you a little bit of how to do that. And it takes some practice, but not too much practice. And I hope you can get it after a little bit of trying. So, you just take a regular deck of cards. And how I like to do it is I hold my hand up and I put the card in between those two fingers. Here, I'll get closer so you can see that. Right there. And then you take that card and you curl your hand, come on, like that right there. So you got the card like that. You curl your hand like that. Okay? And then you just and it starts to fly. Let me get a better angle here for you. Now you're not going to get this first time. It takes some practice, but not too much practice. And it's pretty fun if you get really fast at it. You can just that was a bad one. Two at a time. That didn't work. Okay. Well, that is our second game. And our third one is another easy one. They're all easy. It's going to be in-house bowling. Now, if you have some water bottles or some toilet paper rolls, anything that you can knock over easy, it can be filled water bottles or empty, doesn't matter. And I didn't have water bottles or anything. I just used plastic containers. And I didn't have a ball, so I used some balled up socks. So I'm going to be bowling with some plastic containers and a balled up sock. This is what I have set up, and the cards everywhere. So I'm going to bowl. This is what I have set up. So I'm going to bowl, see if I can get it knocked over here. Oh, I'm terrible. That was better. Yeah, so you can do things like that. Okay, so I hope you had fun watching these games and seeing what you can do at home. The card throwing is probably my favorite out of the three, just because you can keep throwing them over and over again. You keep getting better at it, and you can stick it in things. Just do not throw it at people. Please don't throw it at people. You could poke somebody in the eye, and it could hurt. And this goes back to our lesson. Treat others as you want to be treated. So you don't want people to throw cards at you. Don't throw cards at other people. But again, they are fun. Just be safe, be careful, and have fun. And that's all we have for this week. You guys have a great week, and I'll see you next time.